fighters have in store for us today.
Here's to a fair fight.
Hope you're ready. Round one. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Those aren't working here. Player one is just about out of drive after that. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. What's the play here? You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be KO? Player two sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. A brave forward jump there to start. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Drive rush to keep it going. Holds out with the block. Going in, springs forward with the drive rush. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? From upstairs. Hits with the overhead. Anti-air drops. Jumps. Goes for the jump in. All in with a rush. There's the impact. Not letting that KO. Player two took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Fires off in overdrive. The throw is escaping. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Decides to meet them in the air. Taking stock. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. Not shy with the grab. Gets him. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Grabs him. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Both fighters are looking. Springs forward with the drive rush. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have drive rush to keep it going. Checks him with the boat. Oh, burnout triggered. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Looking for a chance. Going in. Pounding them with the Lachuka. Can they stand the heat? Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Nice read. Denies them with a somersault kick. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Hits the drive. Can this drive bring them back? Sight lead is there, but still anyone. There's a burnout. What'll be the plan here? Boom! Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Sonic Boom tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Player two has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Nothing stops this train. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Uses the target combo as a filler. Nice read. Denies them with a somersault kick. Player two is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. What's next? Oh, the throw connects. Lachuka throws them in the minefield. Uses the teleport. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Very nice reload. Crowns him from above. Oh, he's betting it all on the drive rush. They were sitting on their meter for this super art. The super hit. It's gonna be enough to kill. Perfectly planned, perfectly executed. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up, rolls out the Sobot. Smart play with the throw. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. What are they thinking here? Player one in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Holds out with the block. Throws them to negate the block. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Surprises them with a drive rush. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Oh, easy tag. Brushes that off and keeps going. Burnout ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Rolls out the Sobot. Nice tag. Player one did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Big throw. Taking... burnout activates. Hits them with a stop and pop. How will they utilize this? Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. This time he brushes that off and keeps going. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Jump, solid anti-air. Player one, perfect execution with the anti-air. Forward rush, throws them. Both sides, drive rush. Plenty of health, both betting it all on the drive rush. Player one is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Sets up with the jump in. Player two needs to wait this out. Holy! There's a burnout! Looking great save! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? It is over! Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle! Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Checks him with the boom. Rebound? Anything could happen here. Player one has the life advantage. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Blocks the low heavy. Holds out with the block. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. But they can't squander this punishment. KO! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Rebound? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Jumps in. There's an overdrive on it. Reglide. Time to reassess the situation. Doing some quick planning. Spikes him with Reglide. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Throwing some shade. Sneaks in above. Barely block. Oh, burnout triggered. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Very nice, Riddler. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A drive rush? Flatline though. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. No good up high. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. That was a solid anti-air. Drive gauge finally recovers. A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. The jump in catches them. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the... They kept a close eye on the skies, and it paid off. Good reactions there. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Rolls out the Sobot. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Somersault kick. Player 2 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. Super Art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Knockdown and... Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. A Super Art? Interdiction! Nothing's gonna save them now. Say goodbye to that life bar! Player 1 drops them to half, closing the gap. Starting the party. Life lead is there, but still any overhead attack. Wall splat into the guard break. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Will they gamble Super Art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you? That's how you close it out. What a beast! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight! Break through here.
Who's going to steal this win? Starting the party. Blocks it. Rolls out the Sobot. Both fight burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Connects with the throw. Drive rush. Jumps knocked him out of the air. Crowns him from above. Solid anti-air. Forward rush. Target combo into getting it all on the drive rush. Punish counter on reaction. Breaks it. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. No big time to end it. Never ever miss a chance to show off the fancy stuff. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Uses their drive gauge. Departure set. A parry? Jumps in. Throws them to negate the block. What's the play here? And you just hold your breath. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Taking stock. No more drive gauge. Gets the jump in. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Jumps in. 3-volt ices. Jumps. Picks up the counter. This is going to springs forward with the drive rush. Sneaks in above. That pump drive rush to keep it going. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. The super doesn't hit. Oh, burnout triggered. Rolls out the Sobot. Big opportunity coming. Checks him with the boom. Both fighters planning them, pounding them with the Lavchuka. Can they stand the heat? This is a coming for you. Comes off the tank and scores the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. Who's going to reads the throw and escape? Medium kick hits. Drive rush to keep it going. That feeling out phases of springs forward with the drive rush. Checks him with the boom. Jumps, picks the air throw. Forward rush. Dangerous range here. Player 2 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. There's a burnout. Player 2, drive rush. Leg shake. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Perfect execution with the anti-air. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. What's next? Player 2 needs to use... Oh, snipe! Stone cold embrace. They are done! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows a medium kick. Just out of range for that throw. Throws him. What's next? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. There's a driver. Hold your breath.
You're done.
Combo with the target combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Takes a trip. From up above. Changes the pace with an air dare. They've been pushed into the wall and KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Absorbs down to the wire. Converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Takes the chance to hurt him. But we can't squander this punish counter chance. Experiencing burnout. They were right to be on guard there. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the anti-air in the clutch. Sets up with the jump in. Player 2, the throw is denied. Clutch anti-air. What's next? Forward rush. Frees them like a book and takes them out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Brushes that off and keeps going. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both sides looking for an opening. Oh! Snares him! That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Grabs him. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a trip. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. The jump in catches them. Knockdown and KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Scrapping it up, drive rush to keep it going. Jumps in. Going in. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Super art on burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Both fighters planning something that's gonna leave them rattled. Fools them and locks them in embrace. What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. They're not gonna allow any jump-ins. Player Player one, with the life lead, goes for the command grab. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Throws them. What's next? Jumps? Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Burnout activated. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Big throws. A quick breather. A super art? How can they steal this win? And perfect execution with the anti-air. Looking for a chance. Sets up with the jump KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Oh! Putting the cherry on top. Crossfire somersault locked on. Guile telling you to retire. Go home and be a family man. Nothing stops this train. Looking all in with a rush. Player one has the super gauge advantage. Reads the throw and escapes. Betting it all on the drive rush. A jump in. A real test of nerves here. Player two breaks it. Oh, the throw connects. Where's this going? Carries the fireball. They're taking a step back to slow down. The close is in. Jump. Nails the three ball. It is over. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Hope you're ready. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Good anti-air. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Blocks the jump in. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? No good up high. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Got their eye on the air. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Had the radar up and running. Both sides backing off to form their game plan, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. The jump in is denied. Knocked down. But hits him for the stun. This might be over right here. Player two creates a good point, and the throw ends the round. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps? Can't take the throw? Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Sticks the combo. Player 2 will experiencing burnout. It's the crossfire, passing in those bars for some juicy damage. Player 2 is dominating this match. Blocks the impact. Hanging on for dear life. Both fighters planning something? We're pounding them with the Lepè. Can they stand the heat? Player KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Oh! Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Gets the jump in. Oh, burnout on both sides? Goes for the super art? Blocks it just in time. They must have anticipated a super art coming. Had the radar up and running. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both sides are gonna have to fight without drive. Get over! Player 2 creates a good get-some. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps up. Throws them. What's next? Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Going in, springs forward with the drive rush. Goes for the rush. What'll happen here? Drive rush to keep it going. Drive gauge is looking bad. What do they do now? Burnout activates. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Checks them with the boom. Are we going to see a comeback here? Okay, here we go. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Oh, kisses the fireball! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff. Nice read! Denies them with a somersault kick. The jump in catches them. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Gets it, capitalizes on every mistake, and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Still very early in the round. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Springs forward with the drive rush. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Uses the target combo as a filler. Picks up the counter. This is going to be... Oh, burnout triggered. Doesn't change them in with the Lepè. Player 2 is working with a... Uses the teleport. Sticks out a kick. Barely all the throw connects. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking? Crowns them from above. What's that drive rush? Links it. Oh, bends it on the fireball. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Overhead. Gets a chance with that jump. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The jump-in is denied. Takes a trip. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Lands the forward throw. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Baits them for the air throw. Hits him with a stop and pop. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Uses the target combo as a filler. Drive gauge gap here. Oh, burnout triggered. Player one in dire straits with burnout. What's the next move? Jump picks the air throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Drive rush to keep it going. In there! Player two took no time to finish that fight. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Hold your breath. Decides to go in with the target combo. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Taking stock. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? No more drive gauge. Throws them. What's next? Where's their opening? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Gets him. Player two sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. A brave forward jump there to start. Hits him with a stop and pop. Uses the target combo as a filler. Player one got completely shut out that round. Can they make a comeback? Jumps. Springs forward with a drive rush. Rolls out the Sobat. Barely blocks the jumping. Shows a medium kick. Revolt ices him. Looking, uses a teleport. Drive rush to keep it going. Sobat to pin him down. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Oh, combo! Let's go! Perfect execution with the anti-air. How did they anticipate that jump in? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sonic Boom! Player one managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Next, the counter. What are they gonna do? Somehow manage the low. Drive rush. Here comes, sets up with the jump in. Amazing. Player one all in with a rush. A weird super art to show off what a PhD and fighters can do for you. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. Player two is a force to be reckoned with. They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Here's to a fair fight.
Hope you're ready. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
Now what's up?
That was a solid anti-air. tries to bait him with the projectile. Player 1 has the life lead. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Big counter. The jump-in is denied. That's some big KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. A brave forward jump there to start. 3-bulb. Holds out with the block. Goes to the overdrive. Player 1 has a slight life lead. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 is pounding them with the La Chuca. Can they stand the heat? Razor somersault kick stops them cold. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Going in, throw tech. Jump meets them air to air. Nice read. Denies them with a somersault kick. Links it. Player 2, medium kick. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checks him with the projectile. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. All right, what's a big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry? Throws out a projectile. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Taking stock. The pressure is so intense here. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gear. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Looks like they both relied a lot on their drive arms. Time to reassess the situation? Both fighters are low on experiencing burnout. Reverse spin kick? Player 2 hits them with a stopping bomb. Ooh, you never know. Burnout activates. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Rolls out the soba. Up tap to close it. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? They trade. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Gets a good lead on their opponent. All right. Not shy with the grab. Hits with the overhead. The pressure is so intense. KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. From up above. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Combo with the target combo. Jumps in. Goes for the jump in. Unfazed by the switch attack. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump and springs forward with the drive rush. Nice spinning back knuckle. Reverse spin kick? This can lead to some big damage. Went all in with the rush. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Quick medium poke. survive the throw tech. Nice spinning back knuckle. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Player one is working with a better game. What can they do? There's the wall splash. They can't do anything now. Player one needs to use the threat of the... Ooh, what a smart throw. What'll happen here? Getting it all on the drive rush. Pokes with a kick. Sobot to pin him down. Player one, were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Where's this go? Uses the teleport. Player sets up with the jump in. Okay, here we go. All in with a rush. Throws him. Oh, here we go. And easy. Throw tech. There's a burnout. Player two is looking at a grim situation. Drives and back misses. Ooh, what a smart throw. Cross that off. This may turn into a big chance. Cross-up attack. All the throw connects. The drive gauge is screaming for more. It is over. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Player two has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Neither fighter can rely on their drive anymore. Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. What a clutch side kick there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Taking stock. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. They break things off to take a quick breather. Spikes him with pre-glove. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round. Player one in trouble with no drive. This is a critical point of the round where they just springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Neither fighter can land the deciding hit. Both fighters are weighing their options. Finishes it with the anti-air. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Rolls out the Sobot. Both of them were ready for a throw. Goes for a driver. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Jump. Grabs him, knockout, springs forward with the drive rush. Player two will look to apply pressure here. There's a change of sides. Reads their mind and techs the throw. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Goes for the jump-in. Player two will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Blocks it. Which way you gonna block? Jumps in. Smart play with the throw. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably knocks them out of the air. Departure. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player two flatlines them. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.